Hello, all. It's Helen McConnell here from helenmcconnell.com. Welcome to this week's Tapping for Courage Cards episode. Every week on Thursday, I post a Tapping for Courage Cards episode that's based on one new courage card every week. So I'm going to tell you what the courage card is. I'm going to read what it says on the back. I'm going to interpret it, from my insights. And then we'll do some tapping for whatever comes up. I have no idea. I don't plan this in advance other than to do it. Okay. So today's courage card is pause, then proceed. That's such a familiar statement. Like in AA, we say, pause before speaking or whatever. Think before you speak is kind of what comes to mind when I think of pause, then proceed. But now I'm going to read you what it says on the back of this particular courage card. Pause, then proceed. At times, the song of your journey's mixtape becomes difficult to hear. The familiar tune of daily life gets interrupted. In these moments, take a beat, stop the boombox, and press pause with intention. The silence allows you to catch your breath and reconnect with your rhythm. When you press play again, you do so with a fresh tempo and melody. That's such a good card. They're all good cards. But when I think about what's on that card, and also what I said earlier, like, pause before you speak, this pause, then proceed doesn't take long. It only takes, 15 seconds to really pause, but it can take longer, of course. But the thing is, you can do it anytime. You can do it many, many times throughout the day. Pause, then proceed. One of the beautiful things about pausing and then proceeding is you can take a nice deep breath. And that can help you get more grounded and centered. And it can also calm your nervous system so that you're not reacting, but rather responding. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the first sentence on this card. It says, at times, the song of your journey's mixtape becomes difficult to hear. Now, mixtape refers to something some of you may not know about. It actually comes from the days when we had cassette tapes and cassette players. And what we would do is we would make a mixtape of our favorite songs from other sources, from records or other tapes, or sometimes even the radio, to give to a friend or share with a friend or to take on a road trip or whatever. So if you don't know what a mixtape is, it's sort of like, it's a playlist. Let's just call it that. It is a playlist like you might put together on Spotify or whatever music source you use. And life is meant to be like a mixtape, but just a this and a that and a this and a that and a this and a that. You pull them all together. If you only could hear one song throughout your whole life, you would, first of all, you wouldn't hear it after a while and you'd get really bored. And so I encourage the mixtape idea. All right. And it is that mixtape in this case is a metaphor, even though mixtapes are real things. I hope that explains that language in there. So now let's just do a little quick tapping. Maybe we won't actually tap today. Oh, I know what we can do. I know. Okay, so this is something you can do when you're feeling like overwhelmed or you've lost your direction or whatever it is that's got you out of sorts. Okay, so you just take a nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and you want your exhale to take a little longer than your inhale. And then you do that again. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And then you can do this very simple wordless tapping. Okay, you're going to just do twice around the tapping points and then go on with your day. It's very potent, very powerful. And then the more you do it, the more powerful it becomes. You just start right here on the side of the hand. You don't have to say anything. Just sense into yourself. And notice if your mind is going all over the place or whatever. Just allow it to do whatever it wants to do. Don't try to force anything. And be sure and take some nice, gentle breaths in and out as you're doing this. And then you just go to the top of your head. Inner eyebrow. Outer eyebrow. Outer eye, rather. Under the eye. Under the nose. Under the lip or chin point. Collarbone. And you notice I'm breathing in and out this whole time, consciously. And go under your arm, both of your arms, or you can go across, or you can reach across like this, whatever works for you. And then you'll go around one more time. Just go to the top of the head. Inner eyebrow. Side of the eye. Under the eye. Under the nose. On the chin, which is really under your lip, not quite on your chin. Collarbone. Under the arm. And a nice deep breath. And just notice if that helps you get more grounded and focused or less stressed, less anxious. Does it quiet down your mind at all? That's what that wordless tapping is intended to do. Okay, I hope you found this helpful. Pause, then proceed on your mixtape of life. Okay, have a great day. Thanks for watching.